Hey guys, what's up? It's Olivia. Welcome back to my channel, Olivia's Grad School Vlogs, where I share my experience as a media psychology graduate student at Penn State. In this video, I'm going to be telling you about how I'm spending my summer between my master's program and my PhD program. This video is not a how you should be spending your summer, it's simply telling you what I'm doing this summer. Before we start this video, I do want to offer my condolences to George Floyd's family, Ahmaud Arbery's family, and Breonna Taylor's families. Their killings were unnecessary and unjust, and it's absolutely disgusting. I have been really encouraged, however, to see so many people online saying that we need to create a positive change and sharing resources to make that change. One of my friends recently shared 4 books with me that kind of gives insight into racism in this country and what African Americans experience. It's a mix of memoirs as well as more like academic literature. So I'm going to share the titles of those 4 books down below. It is my goal to read these books this year, and I would really love if you read them with me. So first I'll give you a very brief overview of what I've been doing this summer, and then I'll go into a little bit more detail about those things. So I'm not taking any classes, official classes this summer. Doing a thesis was a lot of work, and I'm kind of exhausted after it. So I knew that I would not really be good to go on a class that meant 9 hours a week and had projects and all of that. So what I have been doing is a certificate course for online teaching. I've been a teaching assistant. I'm starting an internship next week. It's remote. I have been reading, working on an ebook for YouTube, attending webinars and workshops, crocheting, and then hanging out virtually or social distanced with friends. So the certification course I'm doing is called the Graduate Student Online Teaching Certificate. It is something that's offered through World Campus at Penn State, which is the name of like our online school. And it is offered to free for graduate students. So basically over the course of 5 weeks, it ended today. I'm so thankful. I learned some different strategies for online teaching. I learned strategies in general for teaching and making sure that the assignments match the objectives, learned how to facilitate discussion boards, as well as how to give feedback to students in a way that's actually productive. Not only is this something that I'm already implementing as a TA, but it's something that I can put on my CV, and it's possible that this could set me apart when I'm in the job market in a few years. Next, I've been TAing. So I'm actually a teaching assistant for Dean Marie Harden's 1-unit class called Building Your Media Brand. So it's really nice. There's 11 students. It's mostly online, but we do meet synchronously on Zoom once a week. I'm responsible for facilitating the discussion posts. I actually created the module for next week on social media, so building a brand on social media as well as how to use social media to help yourself in the job market. I've been grading their assignments, so they created a LinkedIn profile last week. I spent all day yesterday grading resumes and cover letters, and it's different applied skills like that. I've also been in contact with a lot of alumni, coordinating them to either be guest speakers or to create videos for the course. So it's been a lot of different responsibilities, some like teaching, some backstage of Canvas and online teaching, and then some administrative stuff. So it's been a really good experience. My certification course ended yesterday. Teaching assistant has been going on for 3 weeks and lasts through the end of June. And tomorrow I'm starting my remote internship with StoryFit. StoryFit is a company outside of Austin, Texas, and basically they do character and story research. So it's media psychologists who have created this AI technology that reads scripts and manuscripts, and they basically give you an analysis of your characters and compare it to other content that's been made. This service is important because as authors, you need to know that the audience that you think you're targeting and marketing to is actually the audience that is going to be interested in this. But these stats are also important for when scriptwriters are trying to sell their shows and their stories to a streaming platform. My role in this internship is to help with scale development on their character insights tool. So I'm going to be helping with making the scale reliable and valid through doing confirmatory factor analyses, which is something that I learned how to do last fall. And then I'm also going to be helping alter scale items if need be to make sure that the scale is reliable. Several of the media psychologists at StoryFit work with my advisor, and that's how I found out about the internship. So they reached out to my advisor shared it with all of the graduate students. I thought it looked interesting and up my alley, and so I applied for it. interviewed for it, attended a webinar that they put on last week, and then got the email that I'm ready to start. So I'm looking forward to it. It will be a good experience because I'll see how media psychologists are used in industry, because thus far my experience has been all academia, so I'm excited to get a taste of that side as well. My college has also been putting on several workshops recently, which has been really nice and really helpful. What I love about Penn State is they want to actually prepare you to enter the workforce, whether it's academia or a career where you use your PhD outside of academia. So we recently had a workshop on, it was like an hour, a little bit over an hour. They did a whole PowerPoint, had guest speakers, everything on how to prepare your application materials when applying to academic positions. Then there was a separate one telling you about going into industry, how to make that transition, telling you it's possible to do both industry and academia, and kind of explaining how that works. So yeah, that has been really helpful, and obviously I'm not there yet. I'm just starting the PhD program, but it's nice to know what I should be preparing now to best set me up for the future. The next thing I've been doing is actually creating an ebook, and it's about starting a YouTube channel. So it's basically just like a quick start guide, some hacks, some tips and tricks that I have learned on what you need to know before creating your YouTube channel in 2020. I've spent the last 6 years reading countless books, blogs, watching videos, live streams, attending webinars, trying to figure out how to build a brand and how to build an audience, and I figured out how to do it. Obviously my channels are not at 1 million subscribers, but it's not my goal to be a social media influencer. I am confident though that if that was my goal, I could get my channel to that place. So I've had several friends recently ask me, hey Olivia, can you give me tips on how to start a YouTube channel? I went to go write out like just a couple page, like, oh, here you go, here's some things you need to know. And before I knew it, it was 18 pages long, and I'm not even done with everything that I have to say and everything that I think is necessary to know when you're starting a YouTube channel. So I'm aiming for it to be about 30 pages, and then I'm gonna sell it as an ebook on Amazon. As far as fun stuff goes this summer, I've been doing Zoom trivia nights with friends, FaceTiming friends, social distance hangouts. I also just finished last night my quarantine blanket. I crocheted this. It's called the quarantine blanket because I kept running out of yarn. So it's a couple of different colors, but you know what? It's fine. In terms of media, I've been watching Brooklyn Nine-Nine on Hulu. One of my friends recommended it this summer, like a couple weeks ago, and so I'm already on season 3. I'm loving that show. What I'm reading this summer first is Quiet by Susan Cain. It is a book that has been recommended to me so often. It's called, or it says, The Power of Introverts in a World That Can't Stop Talking. And it's one of those books that I keep seeing on Pinterest in a list of like 10 books you should read in your 20s. So I figured might as well go ahead and start reading that. I've also had time to read fiction, so I'm getting back into Connie Glenn's Rosewood Chronicles. This is the second book of the series. I purchased it a while ago, but I just got to reading it like last week, and then I already went ahead and purchased the third one, so that will be here next week. I'm very particular about my fiction authors, so, but I really like her. And I'm also starting on one of the books that my friend recommended, and it is Michelle Obama's memoir. Well, memoir. It's called Becoming. They also have something on Netflix, like her documentary or show about it on Netflix. Haven't watched that yet, but I'm excited to read this. So that's how I'm spending my summer in between my master's program and my PhD program. I do have a couple more things on the agenda that I would like to do this summer. I want to make a couple of t-shirt quilts with my old t-shirts from high school and college, and I would also like to start preparing some of my class papers for conference submissions coming up in November. But that is something that I plan on doing probably in July. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know something fun that you are doing this summer. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Keep dreaming out loud, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!